Welcome back, Jet Setters. I hope you all had a wonderful spring break. I know I personally did some exciting things. I traveled to exotic Carmel, Indiana, where I took in the sights by walking my dog. It was just really a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Ha ha ha, no?
Well...
Okay, moving on. Today is Tuesday, April 7th. Is it? Yes. And today is day 9 of at-home learning. So let's start with a few logistical pieces. At the start of break, the district announced the new guidelines for our April 6th to May 1st closure. If you didn't have a chance to check those out, here's what it says. Basically, we will be doing at-home learning 3 days a week. Those days are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. On Mondays and Fridays, teachers are supposed to offer office hours. Office hours? What does that mean? Is it like... Office hours are something that colleges use. Basically, it's just time when a teacher commits to being available to take student questions and offer assistance. I will be the first to admit I have like zero life right now since I can't leave the house and I got no one to worry about. It's just me on my own. So I'm going to not really limit my office hours to specific times. I'll be available any point in the day you need to get a hold of me on Monday or Friday. For the most part, the big exception is I go walk the dog once a day to stay active if I can, if the weather's permitting. I will say my stir craziest time of day tends to be from about 10 a.m. until 1 p.m., somewhere in that range. So that's definitely a good time to get a hold of me. But I'm gonna say reach out anytime on Mondays or Fridays and I'll be here for you. If you don't get an absolute immediate response, it's because, like I said, I'm taking in some fresh air, trying to stay active. So the expectation then is Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays we are doing schoolwork. Another change is prior to break, I was very tentative and hesitant to give you grades, well, because I had been told I can't, but that has also changed. I have been taking IXL scores, but I have not been applying late penalties as of now. So I'm gonna wrap my head around how I want that to work. I'm gonna be a little bit more lenient now because I do know the struggle of trying to work from home, especially if you're sharing devices with other siblings, or just the fact that a lot of work is probably being done on IXL or other digital platforms. I know personally, I get maxed out on screen time. It's just, we need breaks from time to time. So for right now, for this first week, don't worry about late penalties, but if you haven't done any of the work with IXL, it's time to get on board and start tackling that. The previously 2 assigned IXLs for the first week of at-home learning, the required skill was D3 with the extra credit of V1. Then the week before break, our required skill was D2 with the extra credit of J1. This week, we're gonna work on the IXL skill C3. If you are working on a level I or a level J, that required skill for you is C1. It's the same skill with different lettering and numbering. It's the same skill. The extra credit for this week is E2. And I gotta think somebody else has assigned it as well because a lot of you have already done it, but hey, that's cool, it's part of the game, right? So one thing you are expected to work on throughout this week is those IXL skills. Another thing that is an important focus this week is your yellow reading log. That yellow reading log had actually been assigned the full week before our school closure, and I went ahead and extended it all the way up until this Friday, April 10th. So all said and done, you have had a whole month 1 month, to do those 5 entries in your reading log. At the start of At Home Learning, I did introduce a digital reading log. Just another quick note on that. If you are doing the digital reading log, it is vitally important that you make a copy of the reading log first. Exit the original template, go find the copy, which will very cleverly be titled, ready for it? Copy of Yellow Reading Log. I know, I'm shook. You then make the edits and enter your work in the copy of the Yellow Reading Log. If you do your editing in that original template, I will erase it. It is critically important that we keep a blank copy for all 140, 150, however many of you there are, reading students to have access to. If you want your work preserved in the digital format, you have to initially make that copy, get out of the template. Again, to edit the original template is putting your work in a place where it will not be saved. It will be deleted. So please follow the directions, make that copy first, then exit. Then do your work in your own copy. The link to the digital reading log is available in the assignments tab on Canvas. Also, I'm providing the link here again today. If you still had your paper print reading log from school and you are able to work on that, or you have done your entries that way, that is also awesome. If your family has a scanner, you can scan that in and either email it to me or submit it through Canvas, or you can even take pictures with your phone and submit those. I will not start applying late penalties to the reading logs until next Monday. So although Friday is the deadline and that's the due date that we're keeping on Canvas and Skyward, I know with the nature of at-home learning and the way our schedules are right now, things are a little crazy. So as long as I have it prior to Monday, April 13th, it won't be counted late. The other thing we did before break, if you were not with us, was we focused on chapters 1 and 2 of Little Rock Girl 1957. We went ahead and read those chapters and we analyzed the, who knows, who remembers? Anybody? You? No? You wanna try a guess?
Bueller. 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 Bueller.
Text structure. Woo, woo, woo.
Yes, God!
Since we are now able to provide grades, I can now assess you on your reading. As of today, the first quiz for Little Rock Girl 1957 is published in Canvas. You will have all of this week and all of next week to complete it. The due date for this quiz is Thursday. I don't know what time is. What is, oh, April 16th. The due date for this quiz is Thursday, April 16th. Consequently, also the Avid fundraiser at Noodles and Company. If you order delivery or carry out, 50% of the proceeds from your order come back to Northview Avid, which 6th graders actually can directly impact you if you are planning to apply. The money we raise is money we take off the cost of your college visits. So support Avid. Anyway, what was I saying? Where were we? Right. So the quiz will be active for this week and next, and it only focuses on chapters 1 and 2. What I will tell you, those of you who have not been watching the vlog, who have just been doing the instructions as they are printed in Canvas, you are missing out on answers to the quiz. I analyzed this structure for you to help you understand how and why the author made the decisions she made, because we're not in class together to have those conversations as a whole group. So if you're not watching the vlog, you are missing out on free answers. All of the previous episodes for that week before spring break still exist. They are in the announcements tab. They are down further on the at-home learning information link. Just know that not watching could cost you points down the road. The quiz will be timed, but you will have a ridiculous amount of time to do it. My bigger goal is just that you do it in one sitting. So you will have 105 minutes to take the quiz. That's an hour and 45 minutes, which is the length of 2 full drop 2 class periods. So that is double the length that you would have had under any other circumstance. And it is, I assure you, far more time than you need. But I just wanted to be fair because I know we're not dealing with ideal circumstances. You are welcome to use the text as you take the quiz. I would recommend having those chapters 1 and 2 popped up prior to starting the quiz because I don't want you to do anything to jeopardize your progress. So in terms of Little Rock Girl, chapter 3 is our next step. Chapter 3 is also a really relatively short chapter. I'm gonna save that for tomorrow just because I wanna give people who have not joined us previously an opportunity to get caught up. So if you've stayed on top of your work, you're good to go, you're awesome. You can, if you choose, go ahead and jump into that quiz today. No pressure, you've got 2 weeks to do it. Tomorrow we will review a little bit what we read previously and the structural decisions that were made, and we'll get ready to read chapter 3. Recap time! Today, check in on your progress with IXL. If you are up to date, I have updated the task list to include some future skills, so if you have no other work to do and you are so bored, feel free to work ahead. If you're caught up, don't worry about it for today if you don't want to. Little Rock Girl 1957. If you have not read chapters 1 and 2, that's where you need to start. You are falling behind at this point, and remember that quiz that is live today, you have this week and next to complete it. It will be graded. That grade will be entered in Skyward. And finally, keep reading 20 minutes each day, and remember that yellow reading log is due sometime between Friday and Monday. Remember, in the assignment tab on Canvas, there is a spot for you to submit your work. So whenever you're finished, make sure you just submit your assignment there. One final note, a question that came up before spring break is, what about the Create Your Future project? Good question. I think it's still an important project and still really beneficial to you at this age. It's also a very, very easy project to go digital with. So I'll touch base on that on Thursday, but basically a lot of that station work that we couldn't easily translate, we kind of put on hold prior to break. So we'll circle back to Create Your Future on Thursday. So once again, welcome back. I miss you so much. Make sure to participate in our virtual Spirit Days this week. Get yourself a little 15 minutes of fame on social media and student news. Reach out if you have any questions at all. And I love you so much. Well, I think that's it for me for today, my dearest duckies. See you tomorrow.